What's up? We're here live here, everybody. Say hi, Kevin and Sandman.
Hey.
What's up?
What's up?
We're going to be talking about what's going on with us while we're in quarantine. Also, we're going to go ahead and give away this Venom tonight. So if you had commented on my video a while back, you'll get to see if you win. So
That's cool.
So Kevin, what's going on, man? Tattoo 2000, what you up to? Tell us what you been up to.
I guess this past month, just working a lot now that we're dealing with everything we're dealing with here in reality. I've been working more than ever.
Ooh.
So dealing with COVID and all that, and being in emergency services industry, I've been working around the clock quite a bit and dealing with that. So it's nice to have a day off here at home. So dealing with COVID and all that, and being in emergency services industry.
Nice.
I got to hear myself talk.
That was you in the past, bro.
Yeah, I was sending my future self a message. Get another job.
You are the future you. That was the past you.
Yeah.
All right. What about you, Sam?
You are the future. I have been very blessed to work for a company that has definitely gone beyond its ability to help people during the pandemic. So I have paid time off. I'm going to be able to work from home when I do have to return to work. So I'm one of the few that fall in that category. A lot of people's jobs don't have that luxury. I'm very, very appreciative, but it's been challenging. It's been about 2 weeks that I've been off, and making the time. The days are really starting to blur. Like there is no sense of what's a weekday and what's a weekend anymore. It's all just one big blurry, endless day. It feels like.
Wow. Well, I mean, for me, it's been about the same. I've been out for about a week and a half, or maybe 2 weeks. Excuse me, more than 2 weeks. Time, like you said, time just flows into each other. With me, I kind of decided on my own to go ahead and just step out because I have asthma, a really bad case of it, and my company, they're still working. You know, I work for a company where they protect things, you know, and stuff like that. And they decided at this time they're still doing, you know, protecting their assets and their property. So I just told them, hey, I'm not going to play around with this. That I have to step out. So we'll see what happens with that. I feel that the company I work for is a really good company, and I feel that they'll take care of me. Yeah, but at the same time, you know, I feel for the people like Kevin and people who are out there, you know,
essential.
Yes,
essential, like your wife.
Yeah,
your wife is essential.
Yeah, well, she since I have asthma, we talked, and she decided to do the same thing to protect me and our family. She's not working at the moment. But people are out there. Some people have to go to work, and they have to, you know, because they just don't have no ability to step out. And they're, like you said, they are essential to, you know, keeping grocery stores and everybody going. And it's crazy, you know, that these people are risking, in a sense, their lives to, you know, do what they're doing. You know, that's what's up, Babyface. What's up, Joe Wick? What's up, So?
Our Louisiana boys.
Yeah, they're in lockdown right now. And what's up?
A wild Kettles appeared.
And Kevin. Oh, there's Kevin Kettles. What's up? I'm gonna have my wife look at the chat and keep us abreast.
Thank you, So, for managing the chat with your big wrench.
What's the big wrench?
The big wrench of doom.
Yeah, you can see her in the background. Her little bit of her profile. If you come over a little bit, you can wave.
You're gonna break some knees with that wrench.
Tell them I am doing.
Break them knees.
Eat the milk.
Yeah, she says she's being paid to crochet right now, so from her Etsy shop.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so she's very happy, right, Etsy? Yeah, so that's cool. Joseph says, "Hey, Pewinator."
What's up, Joe?
So let's see.
Oh
Kettles,
yeah.
like I said, Kettles is here. So what's up? And then we have Babyface. Woo, chilling like a villain, he says. So cool, huh?
Yeah, that's the second. Like, Louisiana's one of the parts
Yeah,
that
the
getting it
cases in
bad.
Louisiana is skyrocketing
Yeah, they're skyrocketing.
exponentially, especially in the New Orleans footprint.
And right now they're trying to keep them out of Texas.
I think Oshner, you know Oshner Hospital, I'm sure. Big hospital in Louisiana. There was a huge, like a lot of the staff and a lot of the patients in that hospital all have it.
Yeah.
Hi, so.
Hello.
Long.
Hello.
I got two heads now.
Oh, you guys are they call that a cyclops? An ogre. What is that? Them two, like in Warcraft, they were ogres, I think.
Oh, I don't remember what they called them. I haven't played that game in I don't know how long. Oh, peanut butter, what's up, man?
That's good.
Peanut butter jelly time.
Where they at?
Woo.
With a baseball bat.
If you haven't checked out Peanut Butter 524, go check out. He has a YouTube channel, really good YouTube channel. So check him out. Give him a like and a sub. So, here, man, it's been crazy. Myrtle Beach decided that they're gonna shut down tourists. They're not letting anybody come in to stay in Myrtle Beach, which is crazy. I've never seen that before. You know, some of the beaches shut down, but now they're reopening because somebody was like, "Hey, by the law that they can get sued for closing down because the governor hasn't declared it, but the counties have." So now they're saying, "Oh well, we don't want to get sued, so we're going to reopen back up." So they shut them down, and then they're reopen them back up because they don't want to get sued by people in the state. That makes sense, you know. The topic tonight is we're talking about the lockdown,
Quarantine life.
how our channels are affected by it, I think, and we're also going to be giving away that Venom that I said I would give back, give away back a little bit back. So
That's a nice card. That's a real nice card on that fig.
It looks like it's in good shape.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean it's really cool. I mean it's coming from my eBay store. I have called a Bit Epic. I got that in a big lot. If you can watch back, like maybe about 2 or 3 months ago, one of my videos where I went to a flea market, actually picked up a whole big lot of Toy Biz stuff. Actually picked up some stuff for some of the guys in the LAG Mafia. So
Lewis.
Yep. And
that was awesome where he recently got the Blackbird.
That was nice.
The Wolverine Jeep.
Right. He got the Blackbird too. Did you see?
Yeah,
he actually has the Toy Biz Blackbird with the missiles and everything.
Cool.
The box
I would like one of my grails from Toy Biz is the actual the Sentinel.
Oh yeah.
Sentinel is cool. No, I don't. I have the not the Toy Biz one. I have the other Sentinel. Yeah. This is one of my things I'm selling on my right now on my eBay.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's still, it's never been open. The guy who I got this lot from, I guess he was a big X-Men collector because he had X-Men everything.
Wait, so he bought a collection?
Yeah, he also had.
A ton of stuff.
Yeah, he had a X-Men tie, a silk tie that I got. Yeah.
And what else? Pop Tarts or something? What was it? Oh, the
carded figures.
Yeah, he had X-Men toothpaste.
And what else did he have? A lunchbox?
Yeah, all kind of X-Men stuff. I mean, it was like weird stuff you never thought. It was just like he collected everything that had X-Men on it.
Knew how to make toy packaging so gravitating. When you were a kid and you were in Walmart or you were at anywhere that had toys, the Toy Biz products, especially for X-Men and Marvel, the colors and just the box just looks so like you wanted what was in that damn box so bad.
Toy Biz, the reason why I was watching another video on here about the rise and fall of Toy Biz.
Mhm.
And the way they were describing it, the reason why it went out of business is because Marvel, before it got caught up with Disney, actually put their money into Toy Biz and kind of ran it out of business because they started, they basically gave the rights to Toy Biz in perturb, all the rights and they never had to ever pay for it again, or royalties, and basically they tried to tell Toy Biz what to do, and it just ran into the ground. What's up, Uber Hawk?
Hello, my pretties.
Oh, no.
It's acceptable.
Hey,
It's
Yeah,
acceptable.
yeah, we are at that point in society now that we are now all the fucking weirdos and he's normal.
You were saying,
I told you. I told all of you wearing masks would come in
You
handy
can't
one
say
day.
he didn't tell us.
before we started the stream, we were talking about how Kevin is going to be driving in the back of the ambulance, and you're going to be up front as a Mad Max personality.
Yeah, man.
Yes.
You're going to New York with him, bud. You're going to be designated driver as DD.
Mad Max Uber Road.
Yeah, you got to design the Mad Max ambulance. Like
Have Sam
Oh,
play
yeah.
the guitar.
Machine gun turtle.
that crazy dude.
Easy. That is so freaking easy to do. I've already got thoughts in my head right now.
We say you do,
I
son.
think Hulk is me and Uber Hawk's favorite character as well.
That just depends on. Hulk is. Hulk is Hulk, but I don't like the different versions of him. Like the gangster Hulk, I couldn't stand that guy. You
I
know,
like the Hawk.
Joe Fix
Joe, fix it.
yeah. I thought
That was the Jimmy Hoffa Hulk.
He's great. What do you think of the Professor Hulk?
thought. See, in my mind, Hulk has to be this just like raving psycho who doesn't talk much,
But no reason.
Right,
He can't do his own taxes.
exactly.
You like Savage
Just
Hulk.
pure rage.
Too.
You
Savage
get in
Hulk.
his way, you get smashed.
He can't go vote.
I read can't go vote. Kevin Push. I read one of the comics where the leader actually shoots him into space whenever Bruce Banner was part of him, and because Bruce Banner was a part of him, he couldn't like Hulk out and beat all the bad guys up in space, and the leader was like, "Oh yeah, well I've seen what I need to see from you." Yeah, but yeah.
Whoa, sorry.
Oh shit! He has Hulk in the background already.
Raccoon. The raccoon.
Hey, Sly
Somebody is freaking hulking out back there.
Cooper's up in the attic.
Exactly. Hey man, I'm sorry, but I had to get the asbestos out of your attic somehow. Okay, so I just started kicking and yelling. All right, sorry about that. Yep, there I go again. Kevin, you ready for your tip?
I mean, Uber Hawk lives in Sandman's attic. Confirmed.
Confirmed.
Yeah.
Hashtag true news.
Technically, I could be in any of your houses right now. You just wouldn't know it until it's too late.
Kool-Aid man, you burst through.
Venom is his favorite character,
He'll
and
be in our house hiding. It's gonna be like what's his name, Drax, when he was I'm so still, I'm invisible. He's like
Hold up.
6'8".
Hold up. Wait. So let's go back to what we were talking about.
Oh boy.
We're talking about happier times. We're talking about the quality of the Toy Biz packaging growing up of the Marvel action figures, how great it was. Especially the vehicles and the play sets and the cards, like how inventive they were. You felt like you were buying something that should have been coming out of a high-grade collectible or comic book shop, you know?
Kevin almost missed his mouth.
Were you doing the corona test up the nostril?
Yeah.
Checking your brain stem?
No, The Toy Biz
Hey.
Marvel figures were amazing because on the side it had that wonderful comic drawing of each one of the characters. Those things were awesome, and I think I've shown those on a couple of my streams or on a couple of my videos.
Well, I mean, we can even take this even further. What is your favorite packaging of all time? Like, it was any of the toy lines. If you had to choose one package that says, "Hey, this is why I love this packaging," what would it be?
Everybody else filled that one real fast because I need a second to think because I'm surrounded by.
All right, well, let's start with
I would pick King Shark. I like the sharks.
I tell you what I
like the-
hate the most is the red and black multiverse DC boxes. I thought those
the
looked like
older ones.
shit.
They're
They were boring,
yeah, very boring.
right? The
I
blue
mean-
ones are a lot better looking now, but
It's like Mattel's like, hey, we have the DC license. Let's just shit all over it. We don't want to sell this. And it was apparent.
yeah, they're pretty cheap looking. I like the what are the sharks called again?
Street Shark.
Street Sharks.
Yeah,
With the
street sharks,
cages.
you saw the actual
With the
teeth,
cages and
cardboard.
the
Yeah,
that was a nice
they
touch.
did-
The plastic cages in the box, that was a nice touch.
Yeah, they did a lot of. It was pretty cool.
All right,
looking.
nothing really can beat the explosion on the old Toy Biz TMNT figures, the card backs, because you could actually put them right outside of the card, and it would look phenomenal. It would look like they just busted out of their plastic prison. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I kind of like some of the older like cartoon versions of like like Dino Riders or Cadillacs and Dinosaurs, like the cartoon backs, where they have the actual characters drawn out and like looks like actually a cartoon like profile of them, and even have in the back of them they usually have a file about who they are and what they are. I like that type of packaging myself.
Yeah. And the vintage Kenner was always exciting to see.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Mhm.
Yeah, Kenner.
'Cause I remember being in the 80s, going into Toys R Us in the 80s with my pennies.
Hell yeah.
Literally, I'd have 100 pennies and it was $1 for these figures.
All right, let me
go ahead, Don.
interrupt everybody for a moment. People are asking in the chat how to enter into the drawing for the Venom. I think with one of my videos, I'll put the link in the comments here, in the chat here, so you can go over there. You have to comment, and you also have to basically subscribe to our channel, Wise Guys. Kevin, you want to speak about Wise Guys real quick?
Yeah, it's a fairly new adventure that Dondi and I were going to start up. It was basically going to be a comic book club, like an online comic book club for all of us comic book geeks to kind of hang out and discuss, the ones of us that like to read. And it kind of started up right before this whole mess, so it didn't really get off yet, but we want to get it going as soon as, I guess, sanity comes back to us all.
Yeah, so I mean, look at there's the link is in the video description, so you can go over there and subscribe to that channel. We're gonna be putting a lot more content once all this calms down.
We do have one video on there.
Yeah. We're gonna actually, it's gonna be a really good channel once we get it off the ground because it's gonna be interactive. That's what me and Tattoo wanted it to be. So just follow, go into the description and check out the rules, and then comment, and you'll be entered. We're not going to be doing it till later tonight before we end the stream, so you can still get in. So make sure you do that. All right, let's go back to what we were talking about.
We were talking about buying figures. We were talking about buying figures with change, Kevin.
Yeah, I mean, we were poor growing up, really poor. And back then, I remember in the early 80s or mid 80s, I was really into buying Star Wars, like the original Star Wars. And I remember buying Chewbacca. I saved up my pennies, finding it. And I used to have this elderly neighbor that had fig trees, and she would pay me to pick figs all day. And I remember saving up my pennies and going and buying new figures from the Toys R Us then.
Let's all pick Tin Man's dog.
Oh, is that what that is? I didn't know what was getting petted for a moment. I was like this.
Can Emily see her?
Yeah, she's a puppy.
Probably like 10 times.
Raven, she's getting big.
I do have a memory of what Kevin was talking about Toys R Us whenever you were younger. Birthdays, right? I would get
Right.
a little bit of cash, and Toys R Us, I believe, had those locked up cabinets that had all the electronics in it.
Video games, yep.
Yeah, and I would walk back there with freaking $10 that I got for my birthday, and I was like, what can I get for this? You know, completely not even realizing that this crap was $200 or $300. You know what I'm saying?
Do you guys remember, like, when you bought video games at one point, you actually took like a ticket out of a pouch, and you brought it to the register, and then they took you to like a gun style lockup.
Yeah.
To watch your game.
Yep.
Like they kept the game separate from where the products were.
Yeah, because it was always they were. I guess they were figuring that
you felt like you was buying like illegal arms or something. The way it worked.
Yeah,
Does anybody?
It was kind of unique the way they used. You got video games and stuff out of Toys R Us. But I mean, there was nothing that compares to back in the day when He-Man and GoBots and Transformers and all that was out. Walking down the boys aisle in Toys R Us.
Action figures, yeah.
Yeah, it was like just like stock.
Oh, it was an experience that I don't think the generations after us will ever be able to know what that feeling is, because there is no prominent, primarily just toy company anymore.
Well, it's just like memories of going to the mall and seeing
KB,
and the dog. Everybody has the same memory. The dog that would flip, bark, 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 and flip.
Yeah.
Yeah. You knew it was KB toys when you saw
They had them cheapo battery wind up things on robots and shit.
All out front. Yep.
I have a different memory of that flipping dog. It was at one of those. Let's see here. How can I say this? Not to offend anyone. Latino markets. Let's just say that.
You gotta call it supermercado.
Yeah. Whatever Kevin just said. I don't speak German. And that's the first place. I mean, this place was so run down that dirt wouldn't even stick to this place. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, I walked into the front of this place, and there was like a little kiosk of them things set up, and those things were going nuts. You know, I was probably. Yeah, so I mean that was my first experience with those little like yapping dogs, and I was like, all right, I'm not going in here. I mean, everything is like 75 cents to $1, but I think I'm gonna just go ahead and walk out because I don't want to get tetanus today.
Yeah.
I remember going into a store when somebody turned all the Furbies on. And
you
walk past them all.
All the Furbies. Let me tell you a story about a Furby. My mom,
boy, there you go.
Okay, my mom. I used to work late night at a grocery store when Furbies were popular, and my mom and my grandmother had just bought one because they were like, "Oh, these things are cool. Oh, we're gonna collect them, right?" All right. So my mom had been playing with it and put it on the table right there in the living room, and didn't turn it off. She forgot to turn it off. I came in after everybody was asleep, and the thing started going. So it was motion, the emotion to text motion. So it started talking. It's like blah blah blah. I was like, what the hell?
You're like,
my mom was like, came running out of the room, like, what the hell?
You're like, and Johnny must have been like, not today, Satan.
Here's the funny part. She didn't know how to shut the thing off. So she starts pounding the Furby on the counter. Shut up!
Damn.
I need that
escalated quickly.
Yeah.
It's just a little fucking.
She tried to kill. She literally tried to kill the Furby because she couldn't get the battery out. And what's so funny? I think it's still in her closet somewhere in her room right now.
Furbies was the thing, man. It was a big thing. Tickle Me Elmo, Furbies. When the original Spawn figures came out, there was crazes for that shit.
Beanie Babies, that's the biggest craze of.
Oh yeah. Oh
People
man,
make fun.
I've seen people on Judge Joe Brown fighting over Beanie Baby collection. He's like, Your Honor, he's like, that little wiener dog was mine. I'm the one that found it. And I ain't leaving without it. Like they were fighting over Beanie Babies. Like who owned what?
Well, to some extent, it's starting to come back a little bit. I have a friend who actually still.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Yes, I have a
It's really
friend
sentimental on those things.
Gandhi has a friend. All right.
And he's like, Your Honor, she's not even keeping them in a safe place. She's got them in the vehicle and the sun's turning on the bags. He said, You got to let me have them now because you're going to be ruined.
Well,
And they bring
Joe Brown's like this. He's like, Fucking shoot me.
Can't handle this man. Can't fight people.
what was that? Judge Judy probably just telling me.
He's like, This is my 401k investment. These Beanie Babies are.
Someone's dying poor.
And the messed up part about those is anytime somebody had like a bag full of them, they would bring them out
shit.
and they just kind of dump
You
them.
need to have like armed guards walking with you or something. Like, I got precious cargo in this like.
Well, the dirt and dust on them freaking things because nobody actually put them up was insane. I'm sure that there's some like back alley vault or something right now that's just covered in freaking dust and debris and everything. And I'm sure that there's some sad guy out there who's got like a Beanie Baby like coat that's just made out of them things, and somebody's like, dude, that's worth $1 million. It's worth 5 cents.
I could see some weird Craigslist like going out with like, you will be paid, for your services, and they pass you a briefcase, and when you open it, there's Beanie Babies in there. You're like,
we're calling you about your Beanie Babies extended warranty.
He's like, all right, I murdered your wife. Where's my cash? And he pays them in Beanie Babies.
Emily wants to know how long ago was
He's
it.
like, I think you should be, financially set with these.
I don't remember. I don't remember Walmart having stations.
Well, I'm sorry, Dondi. What are you saying?
So wants to know how long ago was it when Walmart had a video game demo stations?
Mine still has that.
Mine don't.
Mine don't either.
Mine has each system set up.
I know.
I going to Walmart because I used to work there.
Yeah, well, we try to avoid it like the plague ourselves.
I remember when that was the thing. If you didn't have interactives, you weren't selling video games.
Yeah.
I used to have to set them up. My first on-the-job books on the job. You know what I'm saying?
Boots.
Legal job that I had to pay taxes. I was 17. I worked for Sears Roebuck. I worked in the kids department, and I couldn't fold clothes. And all these grandmas were like, you can't fold for shit. You just run the video game fishbowl thing. And I was like, perfect.
Not fold clothes?
What's up, Looker?
What's going on? I'm on my way home.
Whoop whoop.
All right.
Off work.
Yes, sir.
You're running over walkers.
That'd be a
Rule
sight.
number 1, cardio.
Cardio or a Cadillac.
Yeah, either one works.
It's interchangeable. We're going to pay you handsomely in Beanie Babies for your service.
Man, those things you can still find them new at Goodwill. They're still like new in the package.
They'd be like, I got a whole closet full of Beanie Babies. Shit.
Well, do y'all believe that Funko Pops will be the new Beanie Babies, like some people say?
What about
I don't believe it unless.
Well, some people saying that Funko Pops will eventually be the new Beanie Babies. That they'll eventually lose their value and go out of style.
Oh,
They already
Funko.
have lost the value.
Yeah.
They have.
I mean, when's the last time that you actually looked at a Funko Pop and you're like,
Chase
it's
variants. Chase variants have come down significantly. Eventually, saturation happens. When a product is no longer hard to get, the values drop.
Hey, y'all keep talking. I just got some pizza here, so I'm gonna listen, but I'm gonna let y'all look at my collection while I Listen,
I want to see you eat the pizza through the mask.
He's the Mandalorian, dude. He can't do that on camera.
Can't.
He can't eat on camera with his mask off. They don't forbid that.
This is the way. Eat it with the pizza.
Yeah, this is the way.
Dave, you haven't said shit yet. What's wrong?
He's driving, probably.
Oh, I'm just listening. I'm
You're
trying to figure
supposed
out
to
who the
say
guy in the
shit.
middle
I'm
is
eating a pizza right now while I'm driving.
So Uberhawk and Brooker, since y'all both live in Denton, what's it like there?
Damn it, I don't live in Denton.
How
I
dare
don't live in
you?
Denton, dude. I live 45 minutes away from Denton, dude. I live in a little town called White Settlement, okay?
White Settlement.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, in that area, Texas, how is it going?
That
Yeah,
sounds
that's in
like a Netflix
Fort
documentary.
Worth, Perry County.
White
Yes,
Settlement.
exactly. Exactly. My town was actually here before Fort Worth
Oh,
and before
Denton's
Dallas
all
was.
right.
So.
You know, everything's all closed down over there. So,
Shit, everything's already closed down.
Yeah, everywhere.
Yes, it is. Everywhere. And I actually had to get a little piece of paper saying that I could be out to my ride still.
A little piece of paper, eh?
Yes, it's saying that I'm essential to people getting to work
Hey,
and
man.
hold on, I'm gonna try this. You got stuff.
Yes.
There we go. Yay. This is the
He's
way.
eating it through the mask. Shit.
This is the way.
so
This
So
is
how
gotta
y'all-
be-
toy fix now since all the local shops are closed and shit.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, I ain't done no videos. This is the first video I've done in a while. Because
I did one.
I mean, you can't really do content unless you're going to be a
I
reviewer.
went out there and I braved the
Yeah.
apocalypse and I found a figure.
I've been.
I'm like I said, I'm staying home, so I can't. If I go out, my wife will kill me.
And if you go out, you'll die anyway from
Yeah.
Like
that.
Corona don't have nothing on me.
Yeah.
You're like, my wife, I'm going to die by the hands of my wife, not
Another coronavirus.
Emily 19.
Oh God. Be choked out.
Dave's still out there. He's still hunting.
Yeah.
All I got is Walmart and Target.
That's it. That's all.
He's
that's
going to
open.
start driving
Maybe
that
he's
Cadillac
still doing
through Ross and DD and all these other stores that are
I
locked
think
up.
they're all closed.
Yeah, it's
right?
the end of the world
Yeah.
to make them go hunting at Walmart.
Goodwill
Yeah,
is not essential.
Like I'm an old school collector. I ain't gonna be walking hunting at Walmart. Here comes the end of the world. Okay, I gotta go hunt at Walmart.
She, in my days, we'd go out and we'd make our own figures out of tree branches.
Yeah, we carve it.
When the store, we didn't have stores to buy them in. We had to make them.
Look and be like, I created this.
And our viruses were way worse than today's viruses.
I made Kenner six figures before Kenner was a thing.
You still went to school even though you had a death dealing virus.
Pepperidge Farm remembers.
I'll make my own Ewok village.
Yeah,
out of real trees.
That would be dope, dude. That video would get a lot of fucking views.
Hell yeah.
How to make your own
Ewok village.
out of real trees.
No, made to 1/12 scale for human. All right, guys, we're gonna show you how to make Ewok village so you can actually live in it.
Surviving the apocalypse.
You get three fucking trees that are in a triangle formation.
Dang, Caleb's gonna have a birthday next month, and there's not gonna be anything open.
I know.
Drinks, what y'all want? You want a Coke?
Yeah, he's the most off the grid cat. Caleb has been off the grid before the apocalypse.
Joe and Caleb, man, they know all about
They live in the sticks, buddy.
Chilling.
He said, we don't have cable. He said, we barely got rabbit ears out here.
My pet dog is an alligator. That's gangster.
And they go to the zoo to look at dogs.
Yeah. Look at these big ass dogs.
Why is called Babyface? You don't take shit. He's a gangster.
He's a low-key gangster, man. He just
Yeah.
makes jealous.
You're like, don't come to Louisiana
Low-key.
bringing that shit.
Not Loki.
He said, I miss stores. I want a baby fun on his birthday.
You seen where they had said that Cy from Duck Dynasty was dead, but he ain't dead?
Oh, smack.
Wrong.
Holy shit. Who are you and what have you done with Uberhulk? You're Uber Hulk's evil twin brother.
Y'all recognize the logo in the middle of his glasses? It's from
You still look
franchise.
apocalypse. You
It's
still
from a
look
movie
Mad
franchise.
Max ready, bro, even without the mask.
That's right. Corona Hulk's gonna take care of everybody.
Corona Hulk.
Corona Hulk. Corona.
Is that Corona?
Corona Hulk. Marv, you know Hasbro will make that shit. They'll make it orange or something. We'll use the same mold as all the other ones.
Is that Corona pizza good?
Oh, dude, the radioactive pizza is wonderful, man.
What is it? Domino's? Was it Domino's?
No, it's a local place called Parton's. It's not a chain. It's just a little local place that we've got. Yeah.
By the way, you
Good.
still owe me barbecue, sir.
Uh-oh.
We have to reschedule our meetup after the apocalypse is over.
Yeah, for real, definitely.
Come on down and get it, man.
Oh, reschedule the jazz festival. If they do that, we'll probably be ended up back over there whenever they reschedule it.
We won't have gasoline, so I'm gonna take a horse and carriage.
Buggy.
Walking Dead, baby. Rick.
Walking Dead style. Have some zombies pulling
So,
me.
in other words, are we going to shoot a better version of the Postman?
I'm gonna have to get really good at toilet hooch wine and potato wine.
Be like doing that. What was it? Moonshine.
Style. Yeah.
Well, I mean, Kevin, the two of us live in Texas, man. We should not have a moonshine.
Hashtag.
Hey, I tried that new cherry vanilla Coke. It's all right.
It's
Is
all
it
right.
okay?
It's all right.
The orange vanilla is good.
Oh, yeah, I love that
wasn't
shit.
a fan
That
of the
shit like-
orange.
You
that
weren't?
orange vanilla is like crack to me.
No,
You
that was
like the orange one?
too syrupy for me.
Joe says Uber Hulk. Holy shit.
Yeah, that's the party like it's $30.99 Hulk right there. From the fucking future. Like he's a
Yeah, like-
hologram.
Yeah, Spider-Man 2099.
He's like
World 2099.
he's like, I'm actually in Malibu right now. I'm just a hologram.
It's gonna be okay, guys. It is good.
In the future,
Altered
All right,
carbon.
Harry, let's
in
go
the
ahead.
future, the people aren't talking about
the-
Corona anymore. They're actually talking about
Man at Arms with the Macho Man.
Oh, he wants to get
hold
into
on.
this on camera, man.
Look
I'm
at
gonna
what
need
Kevin.
you to share that screen, Dondi,
What's that?
Hey, Kevin,
need you to
go
share
ahead
the
and grab
screen
your Macho Man
and
at
pull up
Arms.
the
See
image
if,
of the Motu WWE Macho Man.
Okay, hold on.
like what?
Well, that's cool.
We about
I
to
heard
handle
something
this
about
Judge
nachos.
Joe Brown style. We going to court over this.
Y'all want some nachos?
Hey, Kevin, don't you have your figure at hand?
Which one is it?
The Macho Man at Arms.
I could get it real quick.
Yeah,
Go
we
get
need
it.
a physical representation.
All right, then I'll be right back.
Hurry!
Okay, hold on. Hold on.
He's going to get it. So
My Corona.
oh my god.
Hey, Leonard needs to make a Corona pig.
Pandemic Corona COVID-19 series that they use the They used what's the name of their military line? The Corps.
Yeah.
Corps or whatever. Reuses those molds, but they label them as pandemic action figures.
Yep.
Kevin recently, when he did the Red Hulk video, where he catfished everybody and then showed that cheap ass Red Hulk instead of the one everyone wants.
That's what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Hey, man. Okay.
Yeah.
What about
him. All right. So my complaint is now that looks like a concept. That doesn't look like the finished product that I've seen.
All right, hold on. Or is it this one?
Release. Kevin's about to get his real one.
All right. Well, I'll take that off then.
According to Harry, it's not coached enough.
There it is.
How you got it? This one?
No, it was like the third one. What's that third? That third one next to that.
This one?
Man. You know, yeah, that one. That's the same image you had up.
I think so.
No.
Now I'm saying that does not have enough Masters of the Universe vibe to it. It just looks like regular ass Macho Man, like he's going to the ring in the 80s or 90s.
It looks like Man of Arms to me.
You get the vibe?
Yeah, it looks like Man of Arms.
Well, David, you rest your case.
Oh, did we lose Tattoo? I guess he'll come back.
John D believes it has the Man at Arms vibe to it.
It looks like it. I mean, I kind of feel that they tried to mix it, but I don't know if some of them work. You know, I have the ring. I like the ring, and I have two of the figures, the ones that came with the ring. But I don't think I'm gonna buy, or I'm not particularly. Hold on. I don't know if I'm gonna actually buy the rest of them.
ETH is back.
So there he is.
Hey, what's up, folks?
Get your big.
You have the evidence to present.
Oh yeah.
Done. Done.
How do you feel? How do you
What am
feel
I
about
doing
that
again?
figure? Tell
What
me.
am I doing?
Tell me if you think it has enough of Master Universe vibe to it.
Well, I think it does. Like if you take off his vest, which comes off, of course the torso is very Motu, but with this vest, yeah, it does take away from the vintage look of it. It just depends, but that pops off, and he looks like he could be E-Man easily. Except
what I was saying, he looks like they were trying to do Man of Arms.
The helmet looks like Man at Arms.
Yeah, that's what they were trying to do.
The way the helmet looks, it does. But it's a mix because then this has the battle damage feel.
Yeah. Good night, Cattle.
So everybody is unanimous with how you feel about the figure, David. How does that make you feel?
Oh, I was right all along.
The court has decided
Tonight.
that Macho Man is as Motu as anything else they've made.
But I do know that they are reusing parts from their Motu classics, for like accessories and stuff like that. I know that the Faker's weapon, that's from the Motu classics. I do know that the Macho Man, the helmet, that's from Motu classics. They just repainted the helmet to look like the bandana that he originally wore to the ring back then, stuff like that. So technically, they are incorporating both He-Man and WWE to fit that style that makes it look like that.
I just sold something on eBay.
Now the one that I really want is the Manny Faces New Day.
Yeah.
Now that's a Motu vibe right there.
That is extremely Motu. The guy that designed that, he got a raise.
Oh hell yeah!
That was brilliant. To do many things the New Day. Each face is a different member. Xavier and Kofi and Big E.
They should have
I
done
think
that with Macho Man because they made these little inserts that are battle damaged. They should have done the battle damage.
The
With
rotating built in.
Yeah.
They
It
could
would
have
have
went
been
the
easy to
extra
do, but
mile and just did
they cheaped
rotating
out.
internally.
Yeah, they got cheap on us and did this little crappy inserts.
Well, that itself, the Macho Man gimmick right there, the interchangeable damage, that's from the Motu Classics as well.
Well,
The thing I don't like about them is that yeah, it has they're trying to do that vibe, but it's like Sandman says. I feel that they didn't go far enough with the vibe. Like
only on that figure. The other ones I
I
think
don't
are
know. I mean, I
excellent.
didn't like the two
I
packages.
still like them.
The ones that came with the ring.
Cena and Triple H.
Yeah, the one with the hands. I mean, yes, I can understand where they're getting that.
The Terror Claws.
Yeah, but it wasn't what I would have envisioned if I was designing that character.
I see the Cena as He-Man with the transparent weapon.
Yeah.
I think that was a genius tie-in of the two brands.
Like the only one that I really like a lot is the Scorpion.
The Sting
Stinger,
with the Sting pincher.
Yeah, that's
the
really
Scorpion
cool.
pincher hand.
That one is really cool, but the rest of them, I mean, and that clear one is really cool too, like you're saying. But I mean, they could have done a lot. The designers could have
You
done a
should
lot.
see some of the concepts for the ones that haven't come out yet that Dave has. He was showing pictures of Braun Strowman as Beastman and Undertaker. I don't know who he's supposed to be.
He's supposed to be Scareglow.
I have a theory about these new figures that they're coming out with, the figures that y'all are talking about.
But I love them all. I even like this looks like an 82 Rimco right here without the thing on.
Does the helmet come off or no?
Okay.
See, right there.
I love it.
That's what I was seeing. That's why I said it didn't look Motu enough, but fully equipped with all the clothes, accessories, he does look like Man at Arms, I must admit.
Yeah.
So now
I wish
they
they would have
make...
done that. You know how Man at Arms had that one arm shield thing?
Mm-hmm.
They should have done that with
they could have gone the extra mile and put that,
Yeah, instead of these leg armor, they should have done.
They should have gave him a gun too. Man at Arms had guns.
Yeah, he was a gun guy. But overall,
So
I still like them all. I enjoy
this.
every one of them.
Yeah, it's a
I
cool.
got a question about that.
Go ahead.
It's a cool toy.
What do you?
Since Macho Man is going to be the Man at Arms, are they going to make Miss Liz Tila?
We haven't seen a female prototype on anything yet.
I'm saying they need to make Miss Liz Tila, and they need to make Stephanie McMahon or Sensational Sherry.
Yeah, Uber Hulk and I were talking about that. We could do Ronda Rousey. We could do any of them.
Yeah.
Stephanie.
Ronda would be a good fit in the Motu too.
The wrestlers.
Yeah.
They could make Stephanie as Evil Lynn.
And then you put Macho Man and Stephanie together.
Yep. Stephanie would have to be Evil Lynn because she's the queen bee.
Yeah.
Is the Japanese girl Asuka? Is that what her name is? She'd be cool as Evil Lynn.
Oh, Rosie O'Donnell.
Huh?
Rosie O'Donnell.
What?
Rosario Johnston.
Talking about the one with the one that's the pirate.
She has like the really crazy colored hair. No.
Yeah.
Has anybody seen the new on the ring?
What?
Dark Side of the Ring.
I did. I watched it. With Benoit.
Yeah, did you see both episodes?
Oh, yeah, I did. Shit, man.
Right?
I went that box of Kleenex, dude. I was crying. My nerves was all tore up like it was 20 years ago again, and it happened.
Yeah, man. Freaking Chris Jericho, dude. I feel sorry for that, dude.
I feel sorry for his kid. Yeah, definitely David.
Yeah. And
that is such a good documentary, man. So well made. So much better than the corporate WWE shit that they put.
Yeah.
Documentaries that like always portray the WWE as this awesome company to work for that goes above and beyond. And It's just so fake.
Yeah, that's what they were saying in that documentary, man. That what's his name showed up and everybody got all pissed off that he was there because
Yeah,
nobody
JR was at
him.
the funeral as the representative for the family.
Good night, gentlemen.
Emily's going to
Hey,
bed.
bye, so good night.
Everybody, just make sure you give us a like if you haven't already. And if you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Just to give you all a heads up. Y'all want to go ahead and do the giveaway now, or you want to wait till a little bit later?
Yeah, go ahead and give it away. I'll do a drum roll for you.
All right.
You might want to give it away before you lose anybody else.
Yeah. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and do this giveaway. I'm gonna go ahead and do it by the YouTube random picker here. So let me put that up on the screen so you can see it.
Somebody's gonna randomly pick his nose.
All right, so here we go. Random picker. I got the link here, and we're gonna go ahead and click it. So let's see who wins. All right, so we got 11 unique comments, and the winner is
Kevin.
Doomsday Comics. You won, and she said my favorite Venom moment was when I first saw the Lethal Projector #1 cover. I love drawing out of comic books since I was 9 until the day I'm 44 now. I have a few bids on my art. So Doomsday Comics, please get a hold of me. And you
He's an
won
awesome
the
guy.
So congratulations. Woo!
He's got a really cool channel, YouTube channel. He's a nice guy.
Congrats.
Did he pay you to say that?
So Doomsday, make sure you get a hold of us.
Now I need to secretly tell y'all I am Doomsday Comics. Where's all this damn pizza coming from? Is everybody got pizza?
Yeah, everybody y'all having delivery and we don't know nothing about it.
Uber shared with me.
Passed it over.
Nice, Uber.
Since he's up there in the attic, he sent me some
I'm
down.
on low carb because of my diabetes.
Hey, Sandman, what do you think?
Like, pizza,
It's good, bro.
Hold on, wait. Hold on. Let's see if I have any. Yeah, here. Hey, I've got salt and pepper packets if you need them, Sandman.
Yeah. Well, this is fun, man. You know, this is really great getting together like this. Just like I said, tattoo. You be safe for when you go up where you're going to, man. We need you to stay safe and be back. You know.
Yeah. And they just send me like to the hood too. Not only is there like Corona and all that, but I'm going like Queens up.
Yeah, Kevin will be somewhere like in Brooklyn or something.
Be like the nanny. Be like, what we're gonna do? Where am I gonna go? I'm out on my fin.
Let's look at everybody going. Let's pick the whitest mother grabber. Send his ass.
Now you see why I wear a mask.
Well,
Kevin's not worried about getting. Kevin's not worried about getting corona. He's worried about getting shot.
Yeah, you better think it is. Why are you making me sign this life insurance policy? I don't understand.
Smart.
Well, what do you mean $2 million?
Lisa's a smart woman.
Why are you ordering that new car? I don't understand.
Why are you asking me what my casket size is? I don't understand.
Why is Pablo cutting the grass?
No, hey,
We're staying in our room.
hey
That's
Kevin.
it, guys. There's gonna be Pablo doing my toy hunts later. Hey, carnal, ¿cómo te sientes? Uy, está tu toy hunter.
G.I. Jose.
Damn it.
Hey, Kevin, man. You remember in
What a big fiasco that was, the G.I. Jose.
Not everything could be a win.
I love the storyline. That day that he killed the channel with that name and then reinvented it as something else.
Yeah, I think it was like
he's like, how am I gonna explain why he's not making videos? I'm like, tell him that immigration's after him, and he's like, okay. He's like, well, my friends, it looks like they found me, and I'm gonna have to go. And we came up with this backstory like in 10 minutes later. That shit's up on YouTube already. He already filmed it.
It was fun. And then I had a buddy I work with that is actually
right.
a GI. You know, he's in the reserves now, of course, but he did do
the one who's in Hawaii.
Yeah, he went to Hawaii like for training. He's back. He actually graduated, has a degree in nutrition. He's a real cool guy. But
Well,
he was
a little animation with the Cobra Walker and him escaping.
Yeah. It's funny because he didn't really know anything about toys.
He's like, I'm not a nerd. He's like, but I will help you with this.
Well, see,
Yeah, that guy was
So sorry for your goofy ass that he helped you.
Yeah, I would.
Tatty's all over the place, man. He was Mario too at one point.
He's like, I have no idea what you're talking about, but I will help you.
What the hell? I'm here 24 hours.
You're like, you're obviously going through some shit. I'm gonna help you out.
That's just like what happened with Mario. He was Mario at one
What I
point.
can look forward to when I'm in my 40s.
Yeah.
Is this the same guy who you did a video with, and he was a dog guy looking through the pop?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was. I mean, that guy was looking so freaking awkward whenever he was just ruffling through those pops. I was like, dude, he's probably bored to tears right now. Kevin's having the time of his life.
What happened to the juggler? Why haven't we seen him anymore?
We haven't ever worked together again. He's actually going to.
They're like, we can't put these two honkies together no more. They need to be a
just
separate
too
day. Like, nothing gets done when you put those two together. They just stay juggling shit all day long.
You could have. Yeah, he's going to New York also, that guy.
Oh, snap. He's going to be
Yeah.
juggling
three
some
others
kind of
that
stuff
we're
over
looking
there.
for.
So he's
talking to Kevin.
That's like when he was Mario. Going to like the video, running and jumping into the video games.
You know, I meant to do that outfit because that was actually my wife and I. That was our Halloween outfit the year before. I think was I Luigi or you were Luigi? The green one.
I was Mario.
She was Mario, and I think I was Luigi. But I was gonna actually do a toy hunt around town in that outfit. Like I didn't give a shit. I was actually gonna
We
go
know,
to all the
bud.
stores dressed like that.
We know you don't.
Hey,
Yeah.
can we say hi to the wife?
But I didn't do it.
Your wife puts up with a lot, don't you?
Yeah, I guess so.
Hey, Kevin, man,
It's amazing.
can we say hi
But
to
what
the
I try
wife?
to do is be honest from the beginning. You know, like I'm gonna let
You're
you
like,
know.
hey, I'm a fucking weirdo. Be ready.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, it's gonna be weird. Hey, this is gonna be funny. We'll be in New York dealing with this Corona stuff, and somebody you'll
You
be
lured her with a Harley.
all of a sudden they'll be like, "Oh shit, it's a toy hunter."
Lured her with
But
a Harley in a biker bed with a gimmick, but then in reality, you were just a freaking nerd.
You know what's gonna be funny though is when you're in the ambulance in New York and you're dealing with somebody, and all of a sudden they look up and say, "Oh shit, it's the tattoo toy hunter."
Oh, that would be cool.
That would be cool. I don't expect it to happen.
They're like, holy shit, you're the tattoo toy hunter.
Yeah. What's your
I'm only
problem?
gonna stab you once now.
Will you sign my quarantine
Get
mask?
out of here.
I need you to sign my feeling bag.
Will you shine my
Yeah.
key too?
Will
After
you
I
sign my hazmat suit?
I think I'm gonna look like an astronaut to them. They probably won't be able to recognize me.
Well, probably with that beard going, nobody will recognize you, man.
But then you're gonna see
they're
me
like,
this
when did
with
NASA
goggles.
get dwarves? When did NASA hire dwarves to come to New York to treat the corona?
Kevin's gonna look like a mini-me version of the guy from Back to the Future.
That's why you need to go with him, Uber Hulk.
Yeah, wake up and see Uber Hulk face. That's how I go crazy.
You need to get in touch with Santa and say, I gotta protect TTH while he's in NYC.
There you go. We could be like, I don't know if you remember the original Mad Max, but do you remember Master Blaster, that villain?
Man,
Yeah.
Blaster.
And you're the little tag along thing.
Yeah, he's Tattoo's master and Hulk is Blaster.
It's a tattoo toy hunter.
No. In reality, Kevin would misuse Uber Hulk because he would go to the mom and pop toy shops that are closed, and Uber Hulk will just bash the door and he'll just go in there and help himself to all the figs he wants.
Tattoo toy hunter beyond Corona Dome.
Yeah.
He's like, we have FEMA paperwork. We're allowed to be in here.
Yeah, we're official. We can go into this toy store.
This is a matter of Corona containment.
Government. Yeah.
Are you officially loitering? You're not
He
officially
works for
allowed
the
to
government
steal,
starting
so-
tomorrow. Kevin is
Temporary
officially a
government.
government employee starting tomorrow.
Yep.
Oh boy, he's gonna shave and.
They're going to tell you who killed JFK.
No idea what's going on. I think Sunday. It's gonna be Sunday morning.
Aliens.
So you have one more day as a civilian.
Yeah.
Wait, you know what? I'm starting to not think that Kevin's going because yesterday he told me it was today. Today he's telling us it's tomorrow.
He already went and he came back. He's going back Sunday.
Wait a minute,
Trying to
he's a
milk it
time
for stuff.
traveler.
You never know. He can edit like a motherfucker. He can make it look like he's in New York from
Yeah,
anywhere.
yeah. I got
He's
a
like-
green screen.
He photoshops himself in Times Square doing
Yep.
this.
I have a green screen, man, and now I'm in a house with real lights. I can
If
do anything.
there's anything you need to know about Kevin, is he can make anything appear like it's real on YouTube.
He photoshopped
Never
a picture of
believe
him on the moon and said he's a new astronaut.
He has really good editing skills and software.
So
Michael.
this is just me goofing around saying this. So Kevin's wife is imaginary.
I'm
That's
actually
that's
in
why
the car
she's
doors right now, boxed. I'm homeless. I just make it look like a wall back there.
It's the holodeck from Star Trek.
His entire toy room is just a song.
Yeah, I forgot I was on this thing.
Yeah.
Shit.
He's like, sitting there
Dave's like,
I'm just
I thought
trying to-
shit, I didn't know I was on
Wait, I'm
this
still on
thing.
here.
He's like, "Where's my 20?"
I thought that was just the voices in my head going on.
He's like, I'm a ghost.
Shit.
And I'm
He
on the live
started talking
stream.
shit. He forgot. He's like, "I hate those fat fucks."
Shit, where'd this pizza come from?
Yeah.
Pizza magically in Dave's car.
Retro madness. David, retro madness is
Shit.
calling your name.
Masters of the Universe pizza.
David, retro
I'm still being
madness
alone.
is
Hey,
calling
we should
your
go to a
name.
Walmart. Are they open over there?
Man, they closed at 11 here.
Damn it.
Yeah, too. Yeah.
Otherwise, I probably would have stopped by. Man, I did go to one earlier, and I saw Roman Reigns. I didn't get him
Mysterio,
because, that
Okay, so I've got a question for Kevin about that. Kevin, how pissed off are you right now that you're not getting that ring from Dondi yet? Motu.
The
Yeah.
race call ring.
Get him off to New York.
I told him that I have to ship it to him because I'm not going to be seeing him. I actually got that. I got a Max that I got him. I also have a Homer Simpson, some Pez, and something else. There's a bunch of stuff that he have a big package for me when he gets the package.
Kevin just looked like the Numa guy dancing like that. That was freaking hilarious.
What?
You look like that Numa guy. You remember that old YouTube video of the guy singing the Numa song? That's exactly what you look like with your hands up in the air.
He's probably got more subscribers than me, so.
Hey, Joe said, once you get me safe, Kev, on your trip to New York City. If you need help, you call either Ninja Turtles or one of the Marvel characters.
Sounds fair.
Kevin's gonna hire the Punisher.
They're New Yorkers, so they'll be there. I'll call them, or I'll call what's his name, Daredevil.
They actually have pictures of the turtles in the airport when you go into New York.
They have Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, they have pictures of them on. They have like PSAs on the screen, for Ninja Turtles.
They're gonna have their masks on and everything.
Turtles already have corona. If you've been created by mutagen, you already have corona.
Yeah.
You're good.
You're good.
We were born in it.
You're inoculated.
They're banged.
Over here where I live in Appalachia, there's a saying, if you grew up drinking well water, you're already immune to corona.
I'm good. Then. I'm good. I've been well watered all my life, so I'm all good.
That's what they say about the boat nets. I don't know if y'all have ever had a boat net. They say the same thing about that. It's like if you were eating a boat net, you're immune.
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah, they don't know really what that is, what food they're serving, but they're not sure it's fish.
On the bed.
Is that fish version of spam? They just kind of throw everything in there. I think that
David, you haven't said shit in a while, man. Say shit about something.
Yeah, I'd forgotten he was on there because I don't
Again.
Oh, my bad. I was making a turn.
Say shit. I was making a turn over here.
Shit.
How long did you get home from work?
smoking a big ass blunt. Oh, hey guys.
Fucking A.
Shit.
He like starts playing music.
So you want to hear my coronavirus conspiracy theory?
Oh yeah, we were supposed to talk about that. Let's hear that.
So here's the thing. This is why we are dealing with it. This is why it spread as fast as it did. Vince McMahon decides to bring back the XFL immediately a week after the Super Bowl. And the ratings aren't that bad. And it's actually doing well on Saturdays and Sundays. So the NFL deliberately starts bringing contained people in the United States to spread it, to stop any traction the XFL was gaining.
Okay, I can be down with that.
It's plausible.
It's all about football.
Think about it.
You know what's weird is in this scenario, Vince McMahon almost sounds like the good guy.
He, after it failing miserably many years ago when he tried the first time, and they actually did their research and they had this launched this year and it was going quite well. There was a lot of viewership. There was an app and people were digging it, especially those guys that when football season's over, they want to kill themselves every weekend when there's no games. This was giving them something to watch, and NFL didn't like that, and they shut it down by manifesting the virus here faster than it was going to be.
There it is.
Boom.
Or you know,
Mike
Jones for a reason.
I probably won't be alive, because I broke a story.
Yeah,
so
there you go.
they're going to kill me next. I will have corona in the next few days.
Better go get that.
And there won't be any respirators for me, or they'll give me one that kills me.
Hey, Tattoo knows all about this. He's part of the Men in Black.
That's right.
Yeah, tell FEMA to put me on the protective witness list or something.
Agent K.
Agent T. Agent T.
Shit.
Shit, this red light taking forever. I can't time.
Kevin's gonna line up all of our minds.
XFL and the NFL. This is NFL's doing.
Blame it on the NFL.
It's the ends against the X's.
Well, this was fun, fellas, but I'm getting tired. We've been on for about an hour or so. So, everybody want to say their good night? Tell them about their channels. Go ahead, Uberhawk. You go first.
Oh, thanks for putting me on the spot there, Fedora douchebag. I don't even know what.
So why should we watch your channel?
Yeah, everybody go sub. I know some people who have a lot more subs. I'm at 125. I'm trying to get to 200 by the end of the year. Everybody's at their houses. Click on. Everybody like and sub to my channel. Also, all these other guys because they deserve it as well.
Okay. Hey, man, go ahead.
How can I follow that? But I will say to David, congratulations on winning the big case about the Macho Man figure being Masters of the Universe enough. I'll have to give credit where credit is due. The statements I made, I dropped, the allegations I made against that figure. He's definitely Motu enough in my book.
All right. Tattoo.
My name is Kevin, and what the hell? And on, they probably heard you. And then on YouTube, I'm known as the Tattooed Toy Hunter. That's about it. I do tattooed toy videos.
Well,
and I've
so we
tattooed my
said-
wife, and we had to go get her tattoo fixed after I did it. And that's it.
I think all of us fellas are here saying to be safe when you go to New York. Take care of yourself. We are expecting you to be back and in tip top shape. So,
Shit, don't forget about David.
Yeah, we're not
talking about that.
Yeah.
The crap that I've been through in my whole life, in 45 years, if I've survived all that shit, this is not going to touch me.
All right, Blooker, you tell us about your channel, man.
All right, well, my name is David. Most of y'all know me as Blockbuster, but my channel is Bluker's Videos and Collectibles, and I am proud to say that I've reached over 800 subs.
Woo!
And,
It's an achievement, man.
Yay!
Yeah, and yeah, basically I just do toy reviews. I don't do any hunts or anything. So if you like Jurassic Park, vintage, or anything like that, then check out my channel.
Epic channel, sure.
I do collection updates and I do reviews.
He's very thorough. His videos are very thorough. It's like you actually own the toy.
And he
goes
gives you
over it
like
so well.
knowledge about it too, like backstory and all that.
Yeah, it's very informative shit. Like
Whereas
History
I do
Channel should
review,
be paying.
remember the year?
I will say that I enjoy each and every one of y'all. I am very glad to know each and every one of y'all. As everybody knows that about my channel, I'm a hunter. I play video games, collect video games, and hunt toys. So everybody here is good friends of mine, and I'm very appreciative to know each and every one of you, and I'm a fan of each and every one of your channels. So I truly think that everybody should subscribe if you haven't already to each and every channel. So I just want to say, everybody out there, be safe. Take care of yourself and your family. And until next time, we'll catch everybody later. Peace. And keep popping those tags. Later. Ready? Everybody go pew, 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 pew.
Pew, 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 pew.
Out.
Conserve your ammo because you can't find it no